Hey everyone, Sharon here. I just thought I'd jump on really quickly today. Oh, the light's a bit bright there. And I'm just going to show you some of my op shop finds that I found recently, well yesterday and this week. And I'm just going to be painting some up, and I basically am trying to get ready for my Essential Stencil live today. So what I thought I'd do is just paint up a few things to get ready for that. But I just wanted to run you through a few things that you can just find at thrift stores, op shops, that kind of thing, that you can paint up and make completely new. So here's just a picture frame. Here's one example. So this frame actually had a painting inside it. So I've removed the painting, but look at the lovely detail on the frame. So that's going to come up beautifully in, say, a white or a really nice light color. I've got a few different paints to try. So there's that. There's all sorts of frames that you can get. This one had a picture in it, so all you do is just remove the glass and the picture out of the frame. It's actually a cute picture, so I may even see that green in there. I may even choose to just recreate that frame using something like French eggshell, Fusion's French eggshell. It's a lovely colour, kind of would match in with that, or something like Brook may go to blend in with that bathtub there, like a little bathroom frame. So there's another frame. Now here's some other things that you can do, and I just wanted to quickly mention too, for Brisbane people, my workshop's coming up. If you go to my website irestorestuff.com, click on the workshop tab. The next workshop I have coming up is a decorative finishes workshop, and what we're going to be doing there is we'll teach you all sorts of techniques like raised stenciling, how to put graphics on furniture, and also napkin decoupage. So we'll get to play with these fun crates, paint them up, take them home, add a few embellishments on there. So that's what we'll do in our decorative finishes workshop. And then we've got a big farmhouse clock workshop. So go check those out on my website under the workshop tab. Here's some other things that I picked up at the op shop. Look at these. So they're just little tins, but I'm going to paint them over and create a whole new look for those guys. So that'll be fun. Now this one was an IKEA frame, picture frame. I took the glass out and removed the board. So, you know, the glass and the picture and the board were all in here like this. But when you find ones that have really nice backing board like this, it's just MDF, but it's actually quite solid, not cardboard or anything like that. I'm going to actually paint that board and use that for one of my stencils today on the Essential Stencil Live at 10 o'clock Brisbane time. And I'm going to be using one of these, I'm not sure which yet, but if you are from the USA or Canada, see the antiques, lovely antiques, we'll be going live over there, and you can get 10% off any of these Essential Stencils at essentialstencil.com using my code iRestoreStuff. So that will be fun. So I'll be going live over there at 10 and putting one of those stencils on there. So I'm going to have to paint that up pretty quickly, let it dry, ready for 10 o'clock. The other thing I want to do with this frame is to maybe stain that wood around there. The other thought I did have for this was that, see, it's quite deep and the board can actually sit back in there. So if I remove these little peg things that hold the picture in and actually paint up my board and glue it in, whoops, back this way, it'll actually sit back inside there with the sign on it, and it'll look like one of those ones that's got like a nice deep, whoops, just trying to get that in there past those little clippy things, so that I can show you what I mean. So imagine that all painted up, stained up, and then you've got that added depth here for the sign to show that there, instead of the picture frame that it used to be. So that's one thing. The other thing I found, which hangs up this way, is this long sign, and it's got a lovely deep wood sides as well, and it's actually been stained in black, so I don't mind that, but I want to paint over this whole front section, probably turn it on its side, and that too will fit one of these stencils this size. So check that out for some fun ideas that you can paint on and use from just from the op shop or the thrift store to create a whole new look. So I'm going to pop these aside for a minute and we'll get painting on these boards so that I have them ready for my live. Let's pop you down here. So I'm trying to get some boards ready. If you've just joined me, just getting some boards ready for a live that I have going on this morning over on the Essential Stencils page, and I want to create some signs using old op shop finds. So here we go. I'm just going to use some chalk paint to quickly paint over these. This is some artisan chalk paint. Pour a little bit in there. And I'm using today one of my favourite Klingon brushes, which is this S30. It's a short-handled brush, so it's great for doing bookshelves. I think my tripod's sliding a little bit. I'll just have to fix that in a minute. There we go, so we can see. And if you've just joined me, we're just changing up some op shop signs. Okay, using my S30 Klingon brush, creating a white background for, and this could make like an old, it's going to have that farmhousey sign look. When you're going over the edges of your board, instead of starting at the edge, I always finish over there, start about here, coming across, just so that you don't get those drips off the end, and then nice long smooth finishes. I'm going to use that frame to help me balance here. There we go, oops, just a great big drip on the table. Well, I'll clean that up. Looks like I need to tighten this, sorry guys. I tightened the wrong thing before. And we're just slowly sliding down. That's funny. Sorry, I'm just trying to catch the comments here. Hi, Pat from Iowa. Yes. Love getting items from the op shops. That's awesome. Well, it's early Thursday morning here. It's 8 o'clock, or just past 8 o'clock. And I normally never go live at this time. But I know that some of you in the US are awake. And well, it's evening time there, I guess. And most of our Aussie people are probably buzzing around. Hi, Bev, how you going? Saw you live last night. Bev did a great live last night with Dixie Belle paints. Go check out Bev's page. Rescue, reuse, recycle. Yeah, recycling. I love it. So that's what we're doing here today. Just recycling some op shop signs and creating a whole new look with them. Oops, don't want that on there. Making a little bit of a mess today. I feel like I'm in a rush. Just need to slow down and take my time. But let me know what's happening in your world. Where are you tuning in from? I might need 2 coats on this to give it some full coverage. You have to do that with most whites, no matter what chalk paint or mural paint or milk paint you use. So there we go, there we've got one board ready for a completely new look. Now remember I had this board here, this sign that I found at the op shop. What I've done is it's got quite a glossy surface. So what I've done is I've scuff sanded that with a sanding glove and I've wiped it down completely. So now that it's ready to be painted on. And we can just go straight over that. And I'm trying to be careful not to go down on the sides there. And to cover up the image that I don't want, I may have to go over a couple of coats as well. Oh, someone's getting a happy birthday message. Gladys is saying happy birthday to Judy. Judy must be watching with Gladys today. That's awesome. Thank you guys so much for passing on the birthday love to people right there in the comments. That's so funny. Hi Gladys, yeah. You said you almost missed me. Yeah, I'm just doing a little spontaneous live this morning. I haven't actually said that I'm going live on my page here, but here I am. And I just need to get these signboards ready for my Essential Stencil live this morning. So you'll see me over there at 10 o'clock and we'll actually be making and finishing off these projects and creating some lovely stenciled signs. Whoop. So there we go. We've just kind of done a basic cover. Now that's not, you can see it's still a little bit more, it's a bit translucent, shall we say. We can still see the image through there. So don't go anywhere because that's what we're going to do. We'll finish that off later. I do need to just pop the lid on that and grab a plastic bag. Now, a handy tip for when you have paint on your brush is you want to do a second coat. So what I'm going to do is just grab a plastic bag so that I can pop that in. And it won't dry out. Paintbrush will just sit there for the second coat for those. So that's those. I thought I'd just quickly show you these again. If you just joined me, I found these at an op shop or a thrift store. And so I'm just going to paint those up. So let me just choose one. And I think I'm going to go with the Sacred Sage here with Fusion Mineral Paint. And we've got that. So the other paint I was just using here was, whoops, the Artisan Chalk Paint, and that was the colour Travertine that I used on here. So it had really good coverage to just cover up those old images that I didn't need on there. And now this one is Fusion's Sacred Sage that I'm using on this pot here. Let me just tip that up slightly so you can see that. And it's just, you know, a couple of dollars at an op shop. It's even kind of, it's metal, painted metal. So I'm just going to paint right over that. I've scuffed it, sanding it a little bit so that I could, oh, hi, Alison. So Alison's here, and Alison's actually the creator of the Artisan Paint. There you go. And she beautifully gifted that to me so that I could show you all how to use it. So there you go. Lovely paint company, Aussie chalk paint, chalk type finish. All right, using my brush, just a simple dip it in and let's slap it on and watch this makeover take place. I'm hoping I took a before photo of these. I think I did. I always like to take before and after photos to show exactly the difference. So when I'm finished painting on here, I can add some embellishments. I could add some napkin decoupage, and like I said before, if you're in Brisbane, we've got workshop coming up, a decorative finishes workshop that we show you exactly how to do that, and it's all sorts of fun techniques. And it's a lot of fun just doing those kind of things with other people. I feel like I'm going to splash my paint on that because I'm making a bit of a mess this morning. All right, just going around here. Now I think I'm going to do the inside as well because we want that to all sort of match in and tie in. Sorry, goodbye lovely roses. Shabby chic look. We're just going for a different look. Yeah, these are fun things to redo. They are, aren't they? So while the sides are drying, you can kind of still sit it here and then do the inside. So such an easy thing to make over. I've still got one side to hang on to that I can hold with my hand here. It's always a little bit tricky doing picture frames and things like this that you go, where do I hold next? Where can I put it down and hold it so that I'm not going to get paint all over my hands? Now you could go up and down if you wanted to, but I'm just going to go all the way sideways like this. Just kind of making the brush strokes go all in one direction. You do get very minimal brush strokes with the Fusion Mineral Paint. And I probably would also paint the bottom. Oops, sorry, hopefully you can see that. This Sacred Sage has got really good coverage too. Even though no one's going to see the base, just kind of tidies everything up, doesn't it? Do you paint the base of your pieces? What about the insides of your furniture and cupboards and things? You know, we can always touch this up with the second coat if we go over that. Okay, so look at the difference there. So we've had a little piece like this, and I'm changing it to make it a lovely sage colour. It's gorgeous. And when it's finished, I could, and I'm a bit of a, I like to just think about it and what I might put on there. I might put some kind of transfer or maybe stencil something on the side. But it does look a little bit French, provincially kind of style, little pot, doesn't it? So, I don't know, what would you put on this? I'd love to know. Hi Dorothy. Dorothy's watching from Arizona. Lovely to see you. So at 10 o'clock this morning, guys, I'm going to be live on Essential Stencils page, showing you some sign stenciling, and I'm going to be using these boards that I've just painted over if you've just joined me. And look at that, that's dry already. That's the chalk finish by Artisan Chalk Paint. Just painted that board, and I'm going to be creating signs with it. And these are just things that I found in the op shop. And we're recreating a whole new look for these pieces. So I will go ahead and do the inside of that in a minute when it's all a little bit drier on the outside and I can get a better hold of it. But I just wanted to show you those quick few finds. So that I'll just go over that. This one, they were sort of a matching set, so it kind of looked a little like this, a little bit shabby chic. And I thought, let's just go over that, create a whole new look for it. So we're still working on that look. So that's one thing that I found at the op shop. The other thing, which will need a second coat right here, is just a sign that was up this way, but I'm going to turn it sideways and pop one of these lovely Essential Stencils on it to create an antique sign or a vintage sign. I'll be doing that this morning over on Essential Stencils Live on their page. So then I've used this, just the backing board out of an IKEA sign, and I can't wait to show you how that's going to turn out, because I'm thinking of removing those little pegs in there. You can see that holds the picture frame in, removing them, sticking the signboard in the back to create a bit of a depth and farmhouse look. So those are things I'm working on. Just thought I'd jump on, give you a quick live. And if you've got any questions, please pop them in the comments and I'd be happy to answer them for you. If you're in Brisbane, go to my website, irestorestuff.com, and jump in on one of the workshops that I've got coming up soon. Oh, the face is looking weird with the lighting that we've got there. Hi Tina. Yes, she's going to be watching on the Essential Stencils page where we'll be doing that. So I've got to quickly get all this together, make sure we've got, oh, I'm just trying to change the light there on my face. It's looking weird. Sorry about that, guys. All right, there we go. What have you, just post in the comments if you've got any op shop finds that you've done. I'd love you to post a picture there if you can. But there's a few things that you can grab and just paint and change up really easily. So I will say bye for now, and I will see you on the Essential Stencils page at 10 a.m. this morning. That's 7 p.m. CST. Gosh, I'll have to do something about this light. All right, thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.